VLDC. VLDC 2024. It's orange and purple. A factory looms in the distance. The obstacles approach fast in there. Mario teams up with Yoshi for this one. Granted to the obligatory How It's My level. I think that reward is on now if you want to mess with that. Oh, it's an auto-scroller. Oh, wait, what? Okay. Ah, I see. This is not what I was expecting. Like, at all. Oh, no. It's a really cool level, actually. Not what I... Like I said, not what I was expecting at all. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it at all. Fun fact for this, I finally went and implemented a slight change to how I do the anonymous cowarding. If it's a multiple person level, they're anonymous cowherds instead of anonymous cowards. Or cowherds. A single anonymous cowherd versus multiple cowherds. I felt it was important. I also have all the real data sitting there in the meta.json file, I'm just not using it. Until, you know, the judges finish up, which is likely to be before I remotely get close to the end of this. Given I'm starting now, and they're probably pretty far along in the judging process, judging by the fact that a non-trivial number of them have absolutely finished in their entirety. Okay, so that also kills you. So you're not really allowed to be within the bounds of the level. Okay. Sometimes you can clip through it weirdly, which is nice. Get there. You just can't touch the left-hand side. That is just bad. I'm learning. It's janky. It's the nature of using this sort of thing and not using custom ASM. It'll be a little janky, because SMW itself is full of jank. And in some ways, would we really want it any other way? I mean, aside from yes, obviously we wouldn't, but you know. Can't believe this entire background is layer 3. I kind of can. I could definitely see some of, like, the, smashers in there. Like, layer 3's major requirement is only 3 colors or 4 colors per tile. But you get multiple palettes, a lot more than you did on the NES. You get 8, I think, as opposed to the 4. So you can do a lot more with layer 3 than you could have in the NES single layer. Okay. Calm down. Well, that was a PB. Also, apparently about 30... Oh, no, it's been more than 30 minutes I've had that on. Some amount, undeterminate amount of time after I turn my projector on, it turns the fan on more. I thought that would have been fixed when I went and cleaned out the lint trap, but I guess it didn't. Okay. There we go. I made it. Now we get to the rightward scrolling thing, which is somehow so much more disconcerting when you're scrolling the wrong way. Oh, no. So I wonder if there was a checkpoint there or not. There was not. Oh, I do love me an auto-scroller. Or at least something like an auto-scroller. Okay. Over. Over. No. I've got to get both sections perfect. There's no real leeway in this. Especially because the left side of the screen will murder you. And the right side of the screen will murder you. Basically, every part of the screen wants to murder you. I'm surprised the background doesn't manage to murder me, too. The background hasn't entered moo murder mode. God, the scrolling is so weird. Ugh, the scroll. Okay. I'm getting better. Why does it say 22 on the overworld? Are they trying to guess the submission number? Oh. What I get for stopping and thinking about random numerology. 52. Like Action 52? Guess there's 52 cards in a deck. I need to stop doing that. Like, it's a weird number to put there. What are often people, like, make a guess as to what number they are in the submission set, and they're actually right? The odds are probably not very good. In this case, they're actually terrible, because it turns out that they were sorted alphabetically, which is really funny. Or reverse alphabetically? It was something actually really consistent, as opposed to random. Ow. Yeah, it's something like reverse alphabetically by author. You can kind of see it. Yeah. I'm not sure how this happened. But it's still kind of funny to me. Okay, careful jump. Second careful jump. Up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Don't touch the wall. Let's fix that. Yoshi jumps. We fall, then we jump. Then we die because I wasn't ready. Congratulations, you are now the author of this level. Who killed the dinosaurs? Me! Actually, how does that show up? Me, smiley face. I forget about how the emotes lower sometimes. Was reading the other day about how emotes across different phones, emojis across different phone sets, looked drastically different. Such as the :D emote, which usually conveys happiness, or at least some level of sarcasm relating to happiness. But definitely looks not great on certain phone systems. Definitely makes you think something's dreadfully wrong. Or really, we should have just stuck with the dang text. Yes, there we go. It reminds me to implement something to make it stick with the dang text for me, because I don't want that. I can't land back on the Yoshi even if I'm right in front of him. This emote is banned on Windows machines. How you doing, Jods? Why is this emote banned on Windows machines? Is it one of those like weird Unicode code points that does something evil or just happens to look like a penis? The whole Unicode thing was really weird back in the day. Like, they'd put... Because it's a penis? That makes sense. You used to be able to put the phrase, like, George Bush hid the facts into Notepad and save it, and then load it back up and it'd show up as Chinese. And that had mostly to do with the fact that UTF-16 doesn't make it obvious what the byte order is, so if something is saved without a byte order mark, aka BOM, you don't actually know what it is and therefore have to use heuristics, and sometimes those heuristics are dreadfully wrong, as in this case. Doesn't happen to look like a penis, it's an actual penis? I guess it is. Huh. Go figure. It's not the first time I've seen this thing in Twitch chat, obviously. Okay, and then the third jump is the big one. Insane emoji. I mean, the emoji people are kind of nuts. They just were like, you know what, we can add everything. And then they did. Regardless of whether it made a whole lot of sense or not. Do you need ancient Sanskrit? Yes, of course. Let's put it in the Unicode. Every emoji under the sun? Why not? Every emoji under the sun in multiple skin colors? Of course. We need those. The yellow Simpsons ones were not good enough. Egyptian hieroglyphic that means ejaculation. For some reason, they added Unicode. Well, there you go. Get in here and the first thing you see is a winner. How you doing, random type? We're discussing Unicode. Because Unicode is dumb. Really, we shouldn't have bothered with any of the other stuff. It should have just been ASCII all along. We were this close to forcing the entire world to switch to an approximation of English, and we failed. And it's terrible. They weren't keen on adding emoji, but enough Japanese phone companies using them, they need standardization. Favorite emojis is pregnant man. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Kind of like the Unicode snowman back in the day. That was my favorite Unicode thing. Where, like, you throw enough Unicode code points at this thing and it looked like a snowman. Didn't actually mean semantically a snowman, it just happened to look like one. It was actually pretty cool. But yeah, they like to add all sorts of stuff, and there's no reason for it. I mean, the idea is like maybe screen readers will do better than having random pictures. We still don't have a good standardized way to express mathematics. That one still pisses me off. Like when I go to read like some like mathematics heavy web page or Stack Overflow thing, and it's like, oh, that all looks like garbage. And then I actually have to run JavaScript to see it. Because apparently math requires JavaScript. Not happy about that. We standardized on having JavaScript render math. Brilliant. I'm not going to say Microsoft Equation Editor was the best way to do this ever, but it was better than that to some extent. Like, LaTeX had a good solution. Could we have just adopted that? Maybe we did, and it's actually just tech in JavaScript. And I just didn't know it. There we go. Really fast auto-scroller. Okay. Nope! Kind of wondering if I get to the end of the second auto-scrolling screen if there's going to be some sort of checkpoint or something. Like, the worst part about an auto-scroller is it doesn't matter how good you do at it. You can only go as fast as the auto-scroller allows you. Nope. Ultimately, I think the right solution would have just been to give the operators their own small Unicode space and tell them to go nuts. Rather than trying to standardize everything. But that's just me. Not to mention, like, the sheer difference is that all of the various Unicode or emoji providing people happen to have. There we go. Like, Twitter recently moved back to having a more gun-like gun. Ah. As opposed to having a squirt gun. And I learned that Microsoft used to have, like, a ray gun, and that's awesome. The ray gun is way better than an actual gun or a squirt gun. Like, sci-fi ray gun, absolutely so much better. Expresses the idea succinctly, doesn't, you know, shill for any given gun company, nor any given squirt gun company. Microsoft's squirt gun emoji, definitely a super soaker. Not even in question. It looks like a super soaker. It's clearly an old school super soaker. Microsoft advertising for super soakers. I mean, you could do worse. But yeah, I definitely prefer ray gun, regular gun, and then squirt gun in that order. Huh? Okay. There was a massive Unicode exploit that happened. I am going to have to stop and read that, and I cannot do that while dying. Exploit happened with WhatsApp back in the day. A friend of yours was part of a phone crash community. A pack of contact data files was sent to someone with a fake WhatsApp that didn't show names of phone contacts. Because these names a lot of Unicode, sending in like 100 times would crash the phone the second they opened the message. To an extent they weren't even to start up their phone again. Oof. It doesn't surprise me. Any part of the spec that's not regularly exercised becomes surface area for good exploits. And there's a lot of weird edge cases in Unicode. My favorite, like, weird edge case thing, iPhone also had a text message. Yeah, iPhone had a few of those. It usually had to do with something like PDF rendering. Because PDFs are humongous in terms of surface area. My favorite exploit, I don't remember what this was attached to, but basically it was I think it was a PDF exploit. It had to do with the way, there's an old school way in TIFF documents that you can do compression on certain glyphs, because they were meant to, like, save fax data. But the idea was that if you could identify certain glyphs and then have them replayed... Oh, hello. Thank you for the follow. It doesn't look right because Layer 3 is currently being used for other things, but usually there's fish. Long story short, they managed to cobble together this kind of compression thing to make an actual processor simulator that they could write assembly for. It was a thing of beauty. I mean, you know, they used it to exploit phones and all that, but still, it's a really cool exploit. Alright. Park my Yoshi. Nope. There was a time the early iPhone was vulnerable to Unicode exploits. I believe it. How you doing, Barbarous Crack Fiend? But yeah, just a lot of small areas that don't get regularly checked. Someone just said, we wrote the code for this, it's fine, and then no one actually goes back and checks, oh, is it fine? 20 years later? Like font rendering in the kernel that Windows used to do. I think they finally removed that in probably post-Vista, I'd guess 8 or 10. But basically don't do font rendering in the kernel because it turns out that that's relatively exploitable, especially with older font stuff. Go. Nope. Getting tired of the intro area. Need to get better. Just do better. Like, the physics of this are weird. It's like, you're not really moving and you're not really standing still. And then you get crushed. 69? Alright. That is a valid one. Alright. There we go. Get another shot at the next room. Okay, then hop back on the Yoshi, do the red parts. Fall down, don't get tricked. And back on the Yoshi. And get through the pipe. And it's not the end. That wasn't a midway? You could overwrite other messages bigger than one line. How long is this level? So I've also figured out the important part is if I manage to zero out my momentum, that part gets really easy. Like, it's only difficult if you actually move your Yoshi. There, zero my Yoshi. This is not really that long once you know what you're doing. I'm shocked I didn't die. Wait, what do you want me to do there? It's one of those things I don't really care for when you're doing this kind of level. It's like, I get to a certain point and I'm like, I don't know what you wanted me to do, and now I get to play through the part I completely understand once again. Especially when there's weird jank that kills me. I'm not sure what to do there. Come on. Just run with it. Or actually the opposite of running with it. It just means there's going to be like 8 rooms and then you get a checkpoint. Or maybe that's what the 5-2 indicates. 5 rooms and then you get 2 checkpoints right after that. Okay, I'm out on the Yoshi. Well, that didn't help. Okay. I keep finding new and interesting ways to land outside of the level. Okay. I mean, the worst part is, I know Daizo knows how to do all of the various types of checkpoints for VLDC. So, that just makes me terrified that there's going to be like 8 sections of this length. Or longer. Of course, like, power-ups don't make sense because really you're just getting crushed most of the time when you die. So it's auto-scroller, get goodness. And parse what you want me to do-ness. Especially when you can't land on that Yoshi. Oh, there's not much time to change Yoshis there. I've collected 7... I've collected 2 bonus one-ups at this point. Okay, jump up. At least I'm not really getting tricked by that first section unless I'm not paying attention anymore. At least that I'm got. I feel like I'm playing like a weird, not real platformer game with how the jumps work. No! If I don't land on the Yoshi perfectly there, it's just death. I say it's odd because I'm getting really good at landing on the Yoshi in all other times, but then I failed it right there. I guess not. Oh, come on now! That's not how any of this works. Okay, up. Back on the Yoshi. Land there. Okay. Cool. Really shouldn't rely on the being pushed there, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to kill me. Okay, we're back to this. And there we go. Finally back to that. They mean danger. Usually means jump off the Yoshi. There's the weird momentum. Which also means I can't do much when I finally get there. What? Huh. Okay, so... Oh, I understand what I missed there. Because I'm standing on, like, the conveyor belt thing. And shoving me forward. And when I wasn't standing on it, because I was standing on a different block, I wasn't receiving the same momentum. Which is why this all feels so very weird. It's not what I was expecting from a Daizo level. Even last VLDC, it was kind of plot-heavy as opposed to being kind of just weird mechanic-y. Ah, no! I can't get back to my Yoshi in time. It's kind of those people who get out of their cars at traffic jams, but then have to, like, run after them because they realize they're being left behind. And then I end up getting punked there because I forget I'm spacing out about what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Go up, go up. Don't get crushed. Walk. Don't get crushed by the pipe somehow. I mean, ultimately, in terms of, like, actual length, these aren't terribly long sections. It's just there's 3 of them. So far. And it's basically all rote memorization. There we go. Which makes it even worse when I get to the end part here where I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, except this, which is rote memorization plus weird momentum. Like, you can't go back. Once you're up in the air there, you're just hosed because it's super fast. And super holy. Like I said, at least I got this part kind of down. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what to do here. Like I said, if I miss the Yoshi if I miss the Yoshi, and then the momentum. Oh god, the momentum. The Yoshi remount. I'm basically hosed. Okay, so I'm back here. I need to be careful about my momentum. Because the floor is also lava. That's the part where I'm not even sure what to do yet. Like, even if I get there, I'm probably going to die like 4 more times before I figure out what that actually is telling me to do. It's telling me to go like all the way to the left. Which I'm not sure makes sense yet. Okay. We're back here. Like, so far, the left and right things don't actually seem to mean much to me in terms of how I'm beating the level, at least, right? There's at least exclamation points, I kind of get it. Right and... oh. Oh, what's up, Blue Ribbon? Thank you for the raid. I have to look over there to see what it means, because we're currently in an encoded Layer 3 universe. What's up, Lizard? How you doing? Let me do the SO, because I don't think Fry's around. And hopefully that doesn't break anything. Let's find out. Huh. Ah, nope, it didn't. I mean, it did. Good, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. Also, how was your stream, Blue Ribbon? What were you up to? Hope it was something fun. Luigi Pants was only in that particular hack, and will never be seen again. Until we get back to Reverie sometime early next week. Right now I'm playing some random VLDC levels, and I've had a lot of success. I played one and then could not proceed, and I'm not sure if I'm doing it wrong, it's some sort of hardware incompatibility or something. And so now I've moved on to Daizo's level. Secretly. It's not Anonymous Coward's level, it's Daizo and someone else's level, but I don't remember who the other person is, and I really should know. Nope. And I can't remount Yoshi there consistently. Let's see. Who is the other person involved? Burb, who I'm not familiar with. Played the rest of Space Gam's puzzle hack. You were testing an SDGQ and then played a beginner hack by Saphoros that had lots. It was a ton of fun, and tried and failed to moderate a hack, and then played a bit of a newer intermediate hack. My first time created it was pretty sick. Oh, nice. Yeah, sometimes moderating just doesn't work. Like, sometimes I've played a hack and, like, this just isn't jiving with me. There was one I remember relatively recently where I got pretty far in. I've just reached this one point where I'm like, I don't want to do this trick. I know what they're asking. I don't want to do it. And so I got all the way to that point and then added some hacks to swim forward for a bit and realized, oh, not only would I need to do this trick here, I need to do this trick about 1,800 more times. I think I'm going to leave this for someone else. Alex took care of that one. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Starting to look for things to reject it, which felt unfair. That's fair. I mean, usually I just look for things to reject regardless of the hack I'm playing. It's more of a, you need to convince me that I should accept it kind of, that's not quite right phrasing, but basically, I just put my markers down as I find things, and okay, Layer 3 goes nuts, and we're back to Faceless Mario. Still throws me off. Might deserve a reject, but couldn't play enough to be certain. Yeah, it's definitely better to let someone who will get further along into it, just because it saves a lot of back and forth. Surprised it takes so long. I wonder if there's an awful lot of SA1 nonsense that's happening that's making the bus contested. Or congested, one way or the other. All VLDC levels are SA1 because of base ROM reasons now. So, makes things a little bit less... Makes it a little bit annoying in parts, but it's fine. And I still haven't updated this, the updated one you sent me, Jamie. I said it was busy this afternoon, but that's not really true. I just kind of wandered off and did other things. Alright, there we go. Just hang out with me at GDQ. Oh, no. Aw. Thanks. That was a good time. Oh, God, right. The momentum you get from the Yoshi is so much. Oh, that's what they want. Oh, okay. Well, at least I understand what I'm supposed to do now. Thought the new one you sent me is much different. It was one of those just... I should at least update it because you sent me an updated version, possibly. I can check to see whether or not they're the same later. But probably not in the very near future. I'm going to a con tomorrow. So that should be interesting. They're having a point-and-click adventure convention. Point-and-click adventure game convention. About 30 minutes, 40 minutes south of where I live. And I'm like, you know what? I can just go to that. Why not? with any luck, I'll be able to get my copy of EcoQuest signed by the great mighty Senator himself. And possibly get Phantasmagoria 2 signed by Curtis, which would be pretty dang cool. I've already got those squirreled away. Vanilla level pipes? Yup. It makes sense. Everything else should also be vanilla, being a vanilla level designy contest. Oh, right, because the wall kills you. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on today. I mostly just kind of wandered around and listened to an audiobook. Played some pinball, did okay. Not great, didn't break any PBs. Got 300 million and change. Where is that? 3 million and change on Godzilla, which is pretty okay. Then I wandered to a different place and also played another Godzilla and got a free game at like 60 million. And I'm like, what? And then a free game popped up on top of that as the RNG was in my favor. So I was very surprised that all happened. It's like I only put 3 quarters in thinking I might want to play this, not that I actually wanted to play like 4 more games of this. But yeah, it was still good. Getting better at some certain machines. Other machines, still not very good at. There are certain shots that still piss me off. I'm still not certain how you're supposed to shoot the scoop in Godzilla consistently. I really want to do that to try and get my mode stacking on when I know that my next shot is going to get me Godzilla multi-ball. Because Godzilla multi-ball isn't hard to proc once you know what you're doing. Okay. Be careful about my momentum. Oh. Thanks for the raid. Guess I will do this, another one of these. How you doing, sick boy Shiesty? Run the shout out. Sup, Busby? How you doing? Thank you for the raid. I'm about to die. I didn't die. I still died. My winning? Kinda. How you doing, Wolfman Gaming? Yeah, I'm playing random-ish vanilla level design contest levels. There's actually like a request queue thing, because I wrote a request queue thing a while ago for a different project. I think I've used it more than once. Its original use was for the Macromedia stream I did about a year ago. There was a bunch of Macromedia Director CDs that Archive.org got their hands on, and they went and pulled out a bunch of them and just ripped them. Then I'm like, well, let's see what's on here. And so, like, the first thing we saw was this art collective thing from Canada, and then there was a sorority, a 3D sorority tour, which was kind of cool. And there were other ones that were less good. Like, what was it? What was one of the ones that wasn't very good? Actually, no, the Equifax thing was kind of funny, at least. Learning how to use Equifax's new thing. And the printer tutorial was actually legitimately good. That was one of those I was very surprised about. So, probably should do that again at some point. I was looking into installing, whatchamacallit? Oh. Managing momentum for those 3 jumps is really annoying. Installing Basilisk 2, a classic Mac Classic emulator on there, on the Squigglebox, so that I could play some of the discs that wouldn't play in Windows. Because while Macromedia Director was kind of cross-platform, it also allowed for extensions, and so some of those are very, like, OS-specific. But that's left for another day. There was also another one where I'm like, I wanted to play some random Doom wads off this French shareware CD that could have been fun, but I haven't gotten back around to that yet. Also, my random sampling seemed to indicate that most Doom wads suck, so that's the other problem there. Wait. There we go. But that's what we're up to right now. I've only played 2 VLDC levels, and I have yet to beat either of them. Alright, cool. We got in the door. Midway! What's up, Cynthia Cat? How you doing? Mr. Rick is a call. Like the old school Windows app vibe. Oh, thanks. Sup? Schmile Matt? Oh, I wasn't paying attention and died. Yeah, it's actually HTML instead of running off Windows 98, but I've thought about trying to make it run off Windows 98 because I think it'd be funny. Oh, I need to be going up. That's what's going on here. Right, fire hot. Yeah, that the HTML, the chat thing to the left is something I wrote most of. The CSS I got from someone off Hacker News, because I found it posted on Hacker News. I'm like, that is cool. And so I sat down and wrote it. It's one of the many random bits of tech that inhabit the stream. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Fire block. Larger fire block. Can't get back on Yoshi. Need P speed. Oh, come on. I one-shot that room. Neat stuff with the chat box. I mean, I don't... Ow. What does the chat box do? I was trying to think of what that actually does. It doesn't... That does pretty much what you see, aside from the shitpost at the very bottom, which rotates. Yeah, the clip is... that's happened a few times in the first half. Oh, for Pete's sake. Do it perfectly like the third time. Can't get the first jump. Okay. But yeah, there's an awful lot of other random things people tend to like that I've done. Like, there's the TTS bot that is Hatsune Miku. Vocaloid 2 for the old school appeal. And there was the ad stuff I wrote for the ad for gaming April Fool's Day. Oh, it's connected. I mean, it's all connected to my game. Like, everything's connected through a message bus. So, like, for instance, the raid message didn't actually show up in game the way it should have, because this layer 3, you see the really cool background there with, like, the Kirby-looking enemy. That's the layer 3 background, and so all the layer 3 tiles have been repurposed away from text. So my raid message and things look really funky. Which, for the last, like, few hacks, it hasn't worked properly. It did work hilariously when playing Reverie, because there was some sort of cryptogram going on with the text to keep people from opening things in Lunar Magic to cheat. I'm pretty sure. Fire never, I think, directly confirmed it, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. There we go. Yeah, Hatsune Miku was for a few years back when I claimed... Oh, come on, I forgot you have to run. I claimed that basically the April Fool's Day shtick is I always claim that the future of streaming is something else and that Mario hacks are passé. And so I do something else that day that I normally wouldn't do. And so in 2021, I did Hatsune Miku because I claimed that the future really was Vocaloid and VTubers. And I played the VTuber game, the Neptunia VTuber game, that I do think technically has Hatsune Miku in it. Though I don't think she has a major role. Because, like, there's a bunch of, like, VTuber cameos where quite literally they're just, like, different loading screens. I didn't finish that one, I think, for fairly obvious reasons. It's not one of the better Neptunia games. And the Adver Gaming was another year or so later, because I wanted to do Adver Gaming stuff. Because Adver games can be kind of fun. There was a period of time where they're willing to pay people significant amounts of money to make games to advertise, like, the California raisins or whatever. Which was at least kind of interesting. Nope! But yeah, what I play on Adver Gaming Day? Cool Spot. What was the other one thing? I played like 4. Doritos Dash of Destruction, of course. Which is legitimately actually a really kind of fun game if you can get 4 people in the same room. You play as either a dinosaur or a truck. You play as a dinosaur that wants to eat trucks, or a truck that wants to avoid dinosaurs and deliver Doritos. And whoever manages to deliver the most Doritos and or eat the most trucks, or eat the most trucks in the right amount of time wins. It was part of a contest that Doritos put on in conjunction with Microsoft to advertise XNA, their game development product at the time. And then Yaris by Toyota, which is a piece of garbage. It's the only Xbox 360 game I've ever seen crash. And crash into, like, a screen that says, hey, look, I crashed. Here's a bunch of stack variables. Everyone likes stack variables. Are you kidding me? What's up, Sig? How you doing? I'm busy clipping into this pipe. That keeps happening. I think of all of the areas, this is my favorite one so far. I like the vertical section. There's less jank. I like vertical sections. It's just me. Okay. I want to read that, but I can't. Just woke up and saw you. I'm streaming, so hopped on immediately. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is only the second level I've played and the furthest I've gotten. And the other one seemed broken. I don't know if it's my fault or the fault of the game or the hack level itself. No. Dang, Yoshi. So it didn't help me at all. With VLDC, I usually expect like the levels to not be terribly long and involved, but here we are. But it's a Daizo and Friend level, so I do expect a bit more. I want to see what the other request was. Oh no. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that level right now. So, like, there's a request queue kind of thing, and people have put things in it. One person put 69. I just looked up what 69... Who made 69? And realized, I'm not going to give that level a fair shake right now. I'm still pissed off about the other level. Claustrophobia? No. You got that once. How you doing, Fries? The beautiful thing about it is, people can shitpost it, I don't really care, because it costs them 5 lambdas to shitpost anyway. And I can just ignore it. It's a beautiful system. Oh, there's a moon there, I didn't notice that. 62? Okay, I'll definitely consider that one more heavily than the last few suggestions. Like claustrophobia. Okay. Jump. Jump! Ugh. I'm so sick of that pipe entry. Either I overshoot it and I clip into the pipe, or I undershoot it and I don't land in it. I have no idea how long this level is either. Hey, get in there. Oh, so I saw the moon. That's good enough. Last time I talked to a moon, he kicked my ass and killed me, so I don't really want to talk to this moon. Didn't even, like, play a credit sequence or anything. Just like, yeah, no, you die. Lol. There we go. Final room awaits. Alright, this is different. Just realized what it's asking me. I need to remember things. But I can hop, which is kind of nice. Aw. But then I have to go through the other two sections again. Okay, well, as long as I can enter that stupid pipe, I'm not going to be in that much trouble. As long as you don't care about the moon here, this is not that tight. Okay. The phrase "a fair shake" is a weird one. Wouldn't surprise me if it originates in, like, the Shakers or something. There we go. One of those, once you do it once... it's marginally easier to do again. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. 2... Nope. The thing is, since these are all auto-scrollers, all of the deaths are going to cluster, except this room, all the deaths are going to cluster up in exactly the same spots every single time. It's just how they work. Dunk, 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 dunk. Got you, Moon. I was so far ahead I had to try for it. By Fruit, Spike, and Moon. Actually, we've seen neither of those things. Just the Moon. Do like a good Fruit, Spike, or Moon, though. Okay. Final room waits. Avoid that. Avoid that. Yoshi's currently engaged in tax evasion. Scoot out this way, scoot in this way. Wait! Oh, I need to get in the pipe! In retrospect, I knew exactly what to do. I just didn't do it. Boink. Ow. It's pipe entry. Pipe entry is the thing that caused me the most consternation in this, apparently. Okay, and pop up. Up O. Over here. The map 16 moon? No, it is not. And that makes me sad. Of all the areas, I feel this is the most superfluous. Like, I feel like we've done everything that this particular gimmick had to offer in the first 2 sections. Aside from the symmetry of 3 sections per area. The man, as he can't jump onto a single Yoshi said. This feels much more like filler than the other things. Nope. Doink. What else is cool? I'm gonna go to the point-and-click adventure game convention tomorrow. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. It's supposed to be 3 days. I think I'm gonna go for Friday and Saturday, and probably ditch Sunday. But I haven't decided yet. I also haven't decided whether or not I'll, like, stay the night in Tacoma, because that's where it is. Because it's a non-trivial drive back. It's about 40 minutes. I figure if I get bored, there's a bunch of stuff in Tacoma I've always kind of meant to do, like go to their art museum. Not that far away at the convention center. Not to mention the, I think they have an arcade that I've never gone to. One of those. I keep thinking I'll actually go during the Tacoma Game Show and then never do. Especially because I only ever usually go the first day of the Tacoma Game Show when it's not so crowded. Isn't 41 the one that's a Kaizo one? Also, hi, Max. These aren't binding, by the way. Consider them suggestions. Okay, and then all the way into the pipe. Optional lap 2. Repeat the entire level a second time on that checkpoint. There's an additional prize that are completely worthless. Nope. Easy 50 with Yoshi. Didn't even get the easy 50. I'm leaving Yoshi behind. He can stay there. Anyway, that was the level it was. The weird jank of the fast speeding things. It's in the standard list, and nothing in the compiled entry post says otherwise. Oh, okay, maybe I'm mistaken for another one. But yeah, it was a pretty decent level. Interesting gimmick. I'm not sure I jived with it, but it definitely was interesting, and the aesthetics were really nice. So I suspect this will do like top 15 at minimum. Might do better.